So yeah, that's my little shout out to Terry Joel Jr. He does that little thing where he comes up, sits on the couch before he starts his videos. Just kind of did that to give a shout out to a little fan. I'm a fan of this other YouTuber. His name's Terry Joel Jr. It's another chosen one, and I consider him what he's talking about. He's resonates with me a lot. I think he definitely is a dude on his hustle, and he's on his hustle hard. So he's actually a little younger than me, but I look up to him. But before that, let's get into the video. Before we do that, please like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I haven't made a video for a few days because I've been off for my winter break. It's that Christmas time of year and New Year's time of year. Christmas passed, but it's New Year's Eve today. And yeah, I wanted to talk about what's going on in, my life here. Because something hurtful happened. It was actually another quote unquote chosen one that made a video. And this was a lady I started noticing more recently. And like I said, in these chosen ones videos, I agree with what a lot of them are saying. And I've already made some previous videos where what they're saying it actually is backed up in the Bible. A lot of people have been questioning that. So I gave biblical reference to some of the controversial topics that were brought up. But what I didn't like is it's like, seriously? Like, why are you guys taking it so hard on the new guy? I was name called. And I felt it was directed at me. I mean, do I know for a fact it was directed at me? I mean, no, there's no way to prove that. But they called me like Johnny Be Good, Johnny Come Late or something like that. Johnny Show Up Late or something like that. My name's Johnny. My name's Jonathan, but I'm called John, Johnny, etc. And so yeah, I know I didn't hop on the chosen one thing like right away, but it's like you can't really get mad because I mean people are going to be quick to judge at first, but all we can do is just make the content, and the world has to decide for themselves. I mean, and that's all we can do is hope and pray that they pick someone with good intentions, at the bare minimum. But, I'm really, really kind of worried about the world at this point because the danger of what these chosen ones are talking about, I mean, I'm looking down the pipe here and I'm worried about what it could turn into. Because we don't want to create a society where everybody's just turning against everybody. We can't live like that. With no neighbors helping neighbors. And I understand, the evil out there is very prevalent. It's very real. Decepticons are everywhere. Energy vampires are everywhere. And people do want to creep up behind you and just kind of suck out and pick apart your success little bit by little bit. I actually had an experience recently with a woman. I don't like to say names, but, there's people that, will be in our lives that, there's nothing we could do about it. Like they're stuck in our lives, right? Maybe you had a kid with this person. Maybe you were married to this person in the past, but like for one reason or the other, they're going to be stuck in your life. And you're going to have to see them once every few weeks or once every couple months, etc., whatever your schedule is, no matter what you do. And for me, this person isn't a narcissist, but this person's very much an energy vampire. And this person doesn't want to do any form of work for themselves in any way. And if this person does work, it's always like some type of instant cash type of work. And she wants to leech off of everyone around her. And it's not even just me. it's not just me. It's not just the person who's responsible for, their kid, but this person at the end of the day no longer even has a kid. This person's no longer even a mom. This person gave up on their kid. They gave up on themselves. And it's very, very sad because now I'm stuck in a position where I'm taking care of this young male who's my son. And I only know so much of what he's seen on his mom's side, I don't know everything for what he's been through. But we know for a fact that this kid's already seen a lot. Stuff that he's not supposed to see, not supposed to ever see. And it's like, what are we supposed to do? Because right now, this kid is at her house 100% of the time because his mom has no place to live. She's not taking action towards finding a place to live. She refuses to go to a homeless shelter. She has too much pride for that. So she'd rather be couch hopping from place to place, from man to man. So you already get where I'm going with that. I don't want to resort to name calling. I'm just telling you the truth of, what's going on in my life and how I'm going to deal with it, because there's nothing you could do with some stuff. You have to have the strength to know that there's certain things in your life that you just don't have the power to change. And being willing to accept that you don't have the power to change certain things is oftentimes when, God's going to speak to us and bring it into light for us. And he'll do that for us. And it's not giving up. I'm not telling you to give up. I'm telling you to keep moving forward. But I'm telling you to understand that there's going to be some stuff that you can't change. There's going to be your little, what did that chosen one lady call it? Johnny come late or something like that. There's going to be those little Johnny come lates, Johnny be lates that show up and try to suck up your energy. They're going to be around. But you can't pay them too much mind. You just can't, because if you do, it's only going to bring you down, I'm just kind of talking straight because, I've had a hard week with everything, with a lot of spiritual attacks coming at me. And here's the thing is, as we become closer and closer to God, so you start praying, we work in righteousness. We're not as quick to anger as most people are. I know I'm somebody that has always had a very short fuse, and I've spent a lot of time over the last couple of years controlling that, working on it, controlling my own emotions, and talking to people on a level where we could both be mutually respectful. But the thing is that when you bring yourself to this level where you're giving the other person respect and they're not showing you respect in return, you've done nothing to wrong this person. You've done nothing but give this person good fortune, good advice, good tips on how to better themselves, and they just want to spit in your face about it. It hurts. It hurts because it's like, that you did nothing to harm this person. You did nothing to hurt this person. You've even gone out of your way to help these people. And then they still have the nerve to just come at you and spit at your face. Spit right down your throat. And they don't even know that they're doing it. It's like, because they're so freaking self-centered and they're not seeing. And I just, I'm just talking from my own experience here. So I'm sorry if I've bored you guys. I'm sorry if I'm not giving you the content you want. But this is coming from chosen one to chosen one. And I'm not going to be like these guys with millions of views who want to boast about, I didn't ask for no help. I didn't need no help from no ones. Well, I'm glad for you that you didn't need any help. Happy for you. But you know what? This chosen one right here, this chosen one could use a little help. Because the spiritual attacks are starting to get a little overwhelming. Because it's coming from all different directions. Step onto the floor at work, spiritual attacks are there. You come home, spiritual attacks there. And, it's like the people, like I said, a lot of times, not 90% of the time, I would say they're completely unaware of the spiritual realm and what's behind their tongue on those words. And, people could think that they're very direct when in fact they're speaking with the serpent's tongue. And it's at a level where there's somebody I know in my life where they're starting to wake up. And it's a very, very, very rough process for this one, because they don't want to accept who they are or the energy that they have coming off of them. And us chosen ones, we could read this on people. We could feel it. Some of us could even see it. Some of us could even manipulate it. Like I've seen other chosen ones in their videos. And like I saw a lady on TikTok this morning, for example. I saw her with her little incense smoke, and she was bending the smoke with her mind and whatnot. It's just like, okay, well, instead of bending smoke, let's try bending light and see what we can do with the light, right? Because I've seen other chosen ones and they're doing it without, I don't even think that they notice it's happening in their videos. I think they're just kind of filming and posting. But I could actually see the light bending around them. And if you're a chosen one, you should be able to do this. You should be able to bend the light and have it show up in your glasses a little bit more. Bend the light, have it show up over your head a little bit more, on your forehead. You're going to shine. It's what our chosen ones do. We can bend light at our wills. And a lot of us are slowly learning to control that. We're learning to control this energy in our spine, et cetera, and how to actually use that. And I know I sound outlandish to a lot of people, that might see this video. And I've already heard the insults coming in. And I didn't even share my video to anyone. I haven't shared my videos. I haven't told people I'm doing this on YouTube. I've just been keeping my mouth shut. But there must be a couple people that were subscribed to my old channel that are starting to see it. It's like, oh, Jonathan's on some bullshit now. And that's exactly what people are saying. Or at least what people are close to me are telling me that people are saying. You know how the rumor hole goes when people, whisper. You've played that little game as a kid when you all tell each other something and the message gets skewed as it goes through several people. Same thing that's going on in my life. But just know, on this channel, we're going to base everything off of the big book here. I mean, this is the Bible, or at least it's a translation of it. I like this one. It was written, or not written. It was translated in, I think, like the early 90s, and it's kind of in regular people words. I like this version a lot. It's by Tyndale House Publishers from Wheaton, Illinois. Looks like the third printing was in 1984, so it's relatively newer. There's also the New English Standard Version, but I just really like the way that this tells the story, because before we could delve like really deeply into what the Bible's talking about, we have to, actually understand what at least happened in the main storyline. Because if you don't understand what happened in the main storyline, how are we supposed to actually delve in and break it apart and understand what the Word of God's truly telling us? So at this channel, at least, I mean, they could say that I'm backpacking off of them, or they could talk all the crap they want. And now I'm starting to see straight through some of the chosen ones. And I'm not going to point out, because it's not my job to judge anyone, but I could see it's like you're already coming out here with malicious intent towards people who truly have good intentions. And they still think it's this competition. They see somebody else talking about a similar subject. It's not even the same subject. And they're already panicking. They're worried about this person taking away their views or whatever. And, I don't need YouTube to support myself. I don't. I mean, I don't need YouTube to sell a product. I can sell a product if I need to sell a product. I can knock on your door, and if I want you to buy something, you're going to want to buy it. You know, plain and simple as that. I'm here straight up talking about God. I'm not here to sell you anything. Before I end the video, I'm not selling you anything. I got some blessings in the description. I'm going to put them down there, some links, some stuff that'll get you guys some free money that'll help you start your investing journeys, etc. Help you turn into a more stable person. I have those, and, you know, I'm going to leave the links right in the description, but I'm not going to sell them to you. You know, click on them, check them out, right? I don't need to sell them to you. I don't need YouTube to support myself. I don't need YouTube to support my family. I can go out and I could get a job if I need a job. I have a decent job. I can also go out and sell junk. I can go to the side of a highway after spending $100 at a garage sale, and I'll make a stack by the end of the day. If I'm really desperate enough where I need money, I can make money. You know? So, like and subscribe. I'm just trying to get these messages out there. And even if you want to comment and tear me apart and say Johnny Backpack or whatever names these guys are calling me out here, go ahead. I don't care. Because there's nothing you could do that could steal my joy. There's nothing you can do that could steal my happiness and my contentness and my peace with God. Amen. Like and subscribe.